Okay.
We're recording. The following is the agenda of the regular meeting of the CTO Day Mayor and Council of the Borough of Pompton Lakes, Passaic County, to be held in the Pompton Lake Municipal Building, 25 Lenox Avenue, Pompton Lakes, New Jersey, on Wednesday, April 26, 2023, beginning at 6:45 p.m.
I now ask you to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So now you're going to...
In conformance with the Open Public Meetings Law, PL 2275, Chapter 231, adequate notice of this meeting setting forth the time, date, place, and purpose of this regular meeting through notice posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, mailed to all who had requested and paid for same, published in the Suburban Trends, and announced on the Pompton Lakes High School announcements.
Roll call, Mayor Mia Eberhard.
Here.
Council President Lauren Souls.
Here.
Councilwoman Desenia Morales, excused. Councilwoman Megan Rush.
Here.
Councilwoman Dorales Gonzalez. Here. Councilman Franco Miyashiro.
Here.
Councilman Gabe Hernandez.
Here.
Borough Officer Daniela Rodriguez.
Here.
Administrator Melissa Duma, Borough Clerk.
Motion moved to open the meeting for public comments. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion moved to close the meeting for public comments. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, wait, do you guys want to go back? Does anyone from the public what? Good. Anyone have anything to say? Okay.
Michael Sarah, 41 West Lenox Avenue, Pompton Lakes, New Jersey. I have a question for the mayor and council up here about why the kids don't use the crosswalks when they're walking during lunch and how we can make that better.
I believe that we'll have to take that up with the principal of Pompton Lakes High School. I can speak to him personally if you want, and we can definitely make an announcement. We could have some type of assembly to make sure that children make use of the crosswalk, because I agree it's very dangerous and it's unsafe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Okay, now, moving on.
Consent agenda.
Whereas the mayor and council of Pompton Lakes have reviewed the consent agenda consisting of various proposed resolutions, and whereas the mayor and council of the borough of Pompton Lakes does not desire to remove any resolutions for individual action from that agenda. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the following resolutions on the consent agenda are hereby approved. Resolution 22-1. Authorizing alternate traffic patterns around high school in addition to temporary one-way signaling. Discussion, Lauren.
So we moved to create temporary one-way signs during the end of school. So from around 2:30 to 3:15, we would have like a crossing guard or someone put out a sign on the corner of Ramapo Ave and Lakeside Ave, which permits people to only turn right on both Ramapo Ave and Lakeside Ave in order to control the flow of traffic after school, because it is very chaotic.
I don't want to say anything.
Anybody else want to comment?
Anyone else?
No? Okay, go ahead. Resolution 22-2. Design of park by DuPont Empty Lot. Discussion, Gabe.
We move to revitalize an older area of the DuPont site and transform it into a multi-purpose recreational center featuring a tennis court, pickleball, and basketball court to bring these sports up to the northern side of town. Anyone have anything to say about that?
I think there's definitely some space that Gabe said that we can use to create different courts that are used on the south side of town that also can be used on the north side, so everyone has equal opportunity and doesn't have to travel as far to use them.
Yep.
Resolution 22-3, Lakeside Parks Recreation Center improvements. Discussion, Frank.
Well, currently there's a boathouse at Lakeside Park that people use for paddle boards and kayak rentals, but I suggest that we should improve that building. We should make renovations to it and make more advertisements to the boating and kayak rentals so that more citizens can use the rentals and so the town can gain more revenue through that. Anyone would like to add to that?
I agree, and we also mentioned about social media for the town. I think it would be a really good idea to advertise on there because especially young kids, a lot of people, you could always do like flyers, but I feel like most people are getting all their news and advertisements through social media now. I think it'd be a good idea to post about that.
Resolution 22-4, address public parking behind stores on Wanacue Eve. Discussion, Gabe.
We move to improve the pavement behind the shops on Wanacue Ave and to add parking meters to generate funding for the town.
By putting public access to parking down there, it allows more people to park on the road and not have to search for parking on Wanacue Ave, which then would allow them to use more of the stores on that. Yeah.
Resolution 22-5, authorize improvement of water fountains and bathrooms at the public parks. Discussion, Mia.
We move to open and fix or create new water fountains in Hirschfield Park. Kids, not just kids, but people of all ages are there all the time, and it would benefit people to be able to have an open bathroom, especially when people are there for sports, because I know the high school uses it all year long for sports, and it's very inconvenient when sometimes only the boys' bathroom would be open, and there's girls' sports too. And then also the use of the water fountain. I know there is a water fountain, but it does not work. And it would, again, for sports, not just sports, but everyone who's there doing whatever hiking, it doesn't matter. It'd be really beneficial if they had a water fountain they could drink from or fill their water bottle. Yeah. Anybody else?
Currently there's one water fountain at Herschel Park that I'm aware of. I'd say we should add more because there's a lot of park goers and they go a lot of places in the park.
I think it would also be helpful to add a water station where you can fill up your water bottle so that if you had water and you ran out, you can fill it up rather than just a water fountain.
Especially because I know that there's no working water fountain there, so it'd be great to have one for everyone to use.
Agreed.
And about the bottle filling, it would be better because then you don't have anyone throwing out bottles there, which would be more trash in the park. It would be easier because then people would be filling up their waters instead of throwing them out.
Resolution 22-6, authorize Hirschfield Park renovations. Discussion, Jorales.
So we proposed to clean the park. We talked about putting up signs for people and their pets to pick up their waste. Also adding more garbage cans around the park so people can throw those out. We also proposed the benches need to change because right now they're wood and they're kind of low quality and they're just a hazard. So we proposed concrete benches, I think that we said, and just to revamp the park in general so it's just best for everybody.
I agree. I think. Oh, sorry. You can go. Kate.
No, you can go.
Oh, okay. So, definitely the benches. I mean, since it obviously it rains and the benches are wood and they get kind of gross and definitely you get splinters from them sometimes and they definitely need to be renovated and they're very outdated and old and we could, especially because there's a summer camp there, it'd definitely be beneficial to the children, the camp counselors, and everyone, even just when the summer camp isn't running.
Yeah, in addition to the benches, just the tables too, because then if you get more tables that can sustain the weather, it is cost efficient in the long run because they'll stay longer than the wood ones we have now.
Also, the addition of more inclusive park designs would be beneficial for Hirschfield Park.
Agreed. We also discussed back where there is woods, maybe creating an actual trail so that people can walk back there, run back there, walk their pets, rather than just a bunch of woods.
Yeah, and maybe paving the trail back to the baseball field where the baseball games are held because it's just dirt and it's not efficient at all.
Yeah, and also just the circle in general of Hirschfield in the center of the park, the gravel is a little bit loose right now, and so maybe paving it to somewhere so it's easier for people to bike and run on.
Okay.
Resolution 22-7, authorize partnerships with certain high school clubs for town-side-wide cleanups. Discussion, Megan.
We propose to create a collaboration with the Zonta Club at the high school, and that is a community service club where members of it have to complete 10 community service hours per school year. So we think it would be really beneficial if members got their volunteer hours through participating in town-wide cleanups, where our town, especially our parks, can have become more cleaner, and our students can also earn their volunteer hours.
I know recently there was a townwide cleanup, but I suggest we should implement more of them so that we can have more cleanups throughout the year and so Hirschfield Park can stay pristine.
Yeah, it would be great for like an incentive for the high school students to the Zonta Club, because then, it gives them an incentive to do it and a purpose to do it.
And definitely if we advertise it more to the community, we can make it a community event where it's not just high schoolers, but it can also be other people throughout the community, which would then unify the two groups.
I agree, and I think it's a beautiful town, and it'd be nice if we had however many times a year we clean it up, and it could be a community thing. It would definitely bring the community closer, and, people are moving here, we're building new apartments and stuff. We want new people to be here. We want them to see, a nice, clean area to live in.
Resolution 22-8, authorize the purchase of garbage disposal cans throughout the borough. Discussion, Daniela.
We proposed that we wanted more public trash cans because if you throw out half of your plastic on the ground, the environment will get worse and worse, and it would just not sit well. So maybe more public trash cans will help out people to actually throw out things. And we also propose that we have doggy bags, also trash cans for dogs, so people can pick up their animal waste, so it doesn't sit there and then also destroy the environment and also smell and reek. So maybe people can have something like that.
I agree. I think the idea of more trash cans, especially in a place like Hirschfield Park, because I know I know there's a couple, but there should be more just, all around it. People do walk their dogs there, and it can be a problem when there's animal waste, and it's, not nice to look at or to smell. Daniel? Yeah.
And
Yeah, the trash cans at Hirschfield Park currently they're white and plastic, and sometimes they get holes in them. So but that adds on to the renovations for Hirschfield Park, so we can fix those up.
And not even just in Hirschfield, throughout the town too. There's not nearly enough garbage cans throughout the town, so I think it would be great to add more.
I agree, and I think the doggy bags are a great idea, not for just the park, but our town in general, because there are a lot of people who have pets, and then sometimes they don't clean up after them, and this is a beautiful town. I personally think we should all just respect it and clean up after ourselves.
Yes, adding on to the animal waste thing, a lot of times the high school is used as kind of like a doggy playground, which is not what it is. And I think there should definitely be more garbage cans on that street, because people, they use it a lot, and
Yes.
it could be very useful.
Yep.
Now we go on. Open the meeting again.
Motion moved to open the meeting for public comments. Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
I can't ask if anybody wants to come up.
Hi, everybody. My name is Paula Casarelli. My address is 25 Lenox Ave. I think all of these ideas are wonderful, and I'm just curious, will you be increasing my taxes for all of these things that you're proposing tonight?
I don't believe so.
Oh, that is so wonderful to hear. I may be losing my job, so I want to know, I just want to make sure I'm budgeting properly for the year and for all these wonderful things. So thank you. So that is fantastic. Good job. You're not going to be increasing my taxes. I'll be telling all of my neighbors. Thank you.
Anybody else have anything to say? Okay. Motion moved to close the meeting for public comments. All in favor? Aye. Motion moved to adjourn the, oh, right, I'm sorry. Okay. First, we would like to thank the mayor and the council for providing us the opportunity to participate in Change of Town Officer Day. We appreciate you taking the time to speak to us. Thank you. And next, we would like to ask Mr. Patrick and Mr. Smith to come forward.
Walk around.
We'll get pictures later if you want. Perfect.
It wasn't horizontal. It's all right.
Yeah.
Motion moved to adjourn the meeting. All in favor? Aye.
Nice job. So first of all, I want to say the ideas you came up with were not only good ideas, some of the ideas we're actually implementing right now. In Hirschfield, you talked about all that work you want to do at Hirschfield. We have 3 phases of work that we're going to do there, which includes replacing the pathways. We're going to actually replace that cross bridge that goes over the water. We're looking at new swing sets. We're looking at the walking paths, all the things you guys brought up. So that was a good call on that. You know, the garbage we'll of course look at, and all the other points. But you know, one of the reasons we do this is we get a perspective from your guys' eyes. You know, I hear from what we normally do, but it's better to see it from what you guys are thinking. So, you know, it's not easy to go up there and do a public speaking first time, and I give you all credit for that. You did a great job in speaking. Nobody seemed nervous. You all seemed like you were ready to do this. So you're all ready to go and do public speaking and become a mayor somewhere, anywhere you want at this point. I was going to say that. So with that, I have a little couple of things for you guys. I'm going to start with our mayor. Nina, why don't you plug this in? Nice job there. You got a nice gavel that you can take, that has your name on it. And you can use that when you
Thank you so much. Can I use it really quick? Wait, do I just hit the table?
Sure, that's it.
That's a crisp gavel. Great.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, and you also got a nice certificate yourself.
Thank you.
Lauren, great job. Megan, great job.
Thank you.
Nice job. You want to read? Nice job.
Joralis.
Joralis. Thank you. Again, great job, guys, and I know the whole council here appreciates the time and effort you put into it, so thank you. I'd like to at one point get everybody up for a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Council, come up. Yep, on the dais. You guys stay right there. You guys want to come up?